What's up, everybody? This video is mainly going to focus on a company called Bigg Collectibles, and they are a company that deals in Funko Pops, and I'm going to focus on some customer experiences with this company. Before I get to those though, I actually want to talk about how I was first drawn to the attention of this company. It was actually by a friend of mine. Now, a couple of months ago, she let me know that she had pre-ordered with them the Lord of the Rings, the latest Lord of the Rings pops, and also some Harry Potter pops. I believe it included some of the figures that you see here on the screen. And she was concerned because she had not received her pops yet, hadn't heard anything from the company. Until this day, she still has not received her pops or heard anything from them. So, like I said, she drew my attention to them, and then I just started noticing other people in the comment section from time to time asking about them, saying that they had not received orders, and it was like the same story again and again. And then a couple of weeks ago, I saw that Cletus Seldin did a video about them on his channel, and obviously he was not happy with them at all. He even started off the video, trying to watch his language, but he got so upset and heated that he had some strong words for them by the end of that video. And I will try to remember to link that video down below. You can check that out as well. But like I said, everything I was hearing about this company for the most part was negative. I'm not saying that everybody has had a negative experience, but most of what I've heard about them has been negative. So I basically put it out there to the community, to email me some experiences with this company, and I'm going to share those emails with you all. Now, before I really get into it, I do want to point out I have never been a customer with this company myself. I have seen them out, do some advertisements. I think mainly on Instagram. I've seen their ads pop up here and there, and I know they do tend to do pre-orders of new sets, new pops, including convention exclusives as well. So I have seen their advertisements around, but like I said, I have not had any experience with them personally, so I'm just going to be sharing other people's experiences here. Also, I did make sure that people were actually customers with this company. I did ask people to send me screen captures of their receipts and everything, and I'm not going to share people's personal information, but I did want to make sure that they actually had placed an order with this company. I also want to be clear that I did not ask specifically for negative feedback on this company. I just asked for anybody's experiences, and as you'll see, pretty much everything I got was negative. So again, it's not like I was trying to find just negative information on this company. I just got what I got pretty much. And for the most part, I'm just going to share what people had to say. I will interpret things a little bit here and there though, but at the end of the day, you make up your own buying decisions. That's really what it comes down to. I'm not trying to tell people how to spend their money. I'll definitely let you know my choices that I make, how I handle things, but at the end of the day, you make your own decisions. So I do want to be clear again that I'm not going to share people's personal information. I will use some abbreviations, some initials, and even those I may have changed around some because, I just don't want to put people's personal business all out there. I'm just going to share their experiences though, and let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so the first email here from Jay, it says, I ordered a Mickey 90th anniversary set from them, Bigg Collectibles, when they first announced their pre-order. It was supposed to ship in the beginning of January. I didn't get it until mid-February, and on top of that, once it did ship, it bounced back and forth with USPS for over a week, and I couldn't figure out why. Once it finally arrived, I found out why. They had marked it as 8 ounce for a 5-pop case, and I had to pay the postman additional money to get my package, even though it was supposed to be free shipping. To make things worse, one of the pops was broken. I contacted them about the shipping and the pop, no response for over a week. After a week and 3 emails later, they finally responded and said that they wouldn't do anything about the shipping, but they did offer to replace the pop, but it's been 3 more weeks and it hasn't arrived or shipped. I would not recommend them. Okay, so again, that's Jay's experience there, and to me, it makes no sense at all why they would say they're not going to do anything about the shipping when it was clearly their fault. I mean, to have it marked as 8 ounces for 5-pop case, that makes no sense at all. Either it's free shipping or it's not. It's unfair that he had to pay that shipping cost, and they just took no responsibility on it. Again, that's my personal opinion about that though. Moving on here with FWM, it says, I ordered the pop Colonel Sanders on December 25th, 2018. Have not received it. The website says the release date is in May. I'm on the Pop Funko Facebook page in Kentucky. everyone on it says to stay away from them. I did not ask this person, for a link to that Facebook group. I should have checked it out, but yeah, within Facebook groups, a lot of people tend to kind of let you know which companies are reliable, which ones are not. Of course, people may have varying opinions, but if you're seeing a lot of people with the same opinion, I think that's something to, take into consideration. Next here from PF, it says, bought the Nacho Libre Chase in November and it still has not gotten here, which is crazy. The dates on the website keep changing. First it said it'll come in January, then February, and now it says March 14th, but it'll probably change after that. And I'm going to address this list that he's referring to here in a moment. I'm going to come back to that because there is a list, a pre-order list on their website. I definitely want to address that in a moment here. Next email here from BP, it says, I've had major problems with Big Apple, have had an order with them since August of last year, which still remains unfulfilled. Emailed them many times as this was originally supposed to ship early October and it has been pushed back over and over again. It's to the point now that my items no longer even appear on their pre-release calendar anymore. Have gotten the runaround ever since and feel like they have stolen my money. Okay, so what BP is saying here, this refers to that list I was just talking about and that the other email alluded to. I did go check out that pre-order list they have, and in my opinion, it really means nothing. When they have a list of pre-order dates and they just keep changing them and pushing them back and playing around with the list, it really offers no security to anybody that's placed the order with them, because they can just keep on changing the date. And these pops, I hope you all realize that these pops that I pointed out thus far, these orders, these are pops that have been in stores for months. And I know there's somebody else that's going to point this out here. And yeah, it's just kind of ridiculous to keep waiting months and months and months for pops that are actually in stores. Next up here, HJ says, this was my first experience with Big Apple Collectibles. I love the new line of Toy Story Pops, so I bought them all. The Woody on RC was second wave, so that's got to take a while, but it's been so long since I saw the new Pops in store. I included my pictures of my order and then my correspondence with customer support. The main thing is anyone interested in pre-ordering a Funko Pop is very interested in that line, so they want to make sure they get one. You could say that they are dedicated to that franchise. So why in the world would they want to wait a month after they can buy it in store? And that's exactly what I was talking about here. This is the email I think I had in mind, that yeah, it doesn't make sense to do a pre-order and then end up waiting for so long for it to actually arrive to you, if it arrives at all. Now, I do want to say this though, because I have spoken to some smaller retailers, people that basically run some small retail businesses, and I know that Funko is taking care of the larger businesses first, and that's actually what Big Apple Collectibles said within their email. So I understand that. I do understand that it sucks for these smaller companies that the larger companies, they're taken care of first, and orders do get pushed back for these smaller businesses. But this has been the situation now for, as far as I know, this has been the situation for a year or so at least. At this point, these smaller companies know that this is an issue. So I don't think it's fair that they keep making the customer pay for that. If they know that they cannot guarantee the release of a pop set or a chase or con exclusive, whatever it may be, then I don't think it's fair for them to keep putting these listings up knowing that they can't back it up for sure. And they know that they keep getting orders pushed back. Again, to me, it's not fair to make the customer wait around for something that you really can't guarantee. So me personally, I don't really buy that excuse anymore. If they know that this is the way it is, that's the way it is then. So like I said, for me, that excuse does not cut it anymore. It just doesn't. And it to me really feels wrong to keep listing these things that cannot be guaranteed. Moving along here, and this is one I debated on sharing, but of course it is anonymous. I'm not going to say the individual's name, and I was very careful. I looked at the email, took a good look at it. I tried to pull out at least one thing I think that was said that was very much an opinion-based type thing. I didn't want to put that in here, so I'm trying to be cautious and be responsible, and that is why I wanted to make sure that everybody that shared information with me is actually a customer. But there are some details in this that I think are important to share regarding this company and how things go with them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Again, this is from an anonymous individual. It says, on December 17th, I placed an order with Big Apple Collectibles on their website for a pre-order set of pops that they clearly listed would be released on January 11th. I contacted them the only way possible through emails on multiple occasions for the status of my items. The only response I got was that Funko hadn't sent the pops to them, but they expected them on January 30th. Many unanswered emails later, I decided to file a complaint with New York's Better Business Bureau as well as their Attorney General's office. The Better Business Bureau had to close my complaint due to several failed attempts. I received a call from an investigator with the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Office. The investigator also had failed attempts for an answer as to why I still hadn't received my items or refund, so the investigator had no choice but to officially summon the owner of Big Apple Collectibles to their office for a hearing. The hearing was last week and went in my favor. The CEO/owner of Big Apple Collectibles was told that the Consumer Protection Department was going to closely monitor his company and that he needed to issue me a full refund. He was also told that he is required by law to have a 30-day refund policy and to provide an address and contact phone number on the Big Apple Collectibles website. The current refund policy is only credit towards something else, but if I didn't get the first thing I ordered, why would I be okay to have a credit towards something else? I told my investigator that I would be willing to give it until March 15th for my refund. I have to contact the investigator if I get it and definitely if I don't. Now, I've not heard back from this individual. I'm not sure if this individual got their refund or not. But as far as that return policy is concerned, they did see a screen capture of what was on the website at the time. And I did go check the website myself. I don't see anything about a 30-day return refund policy on there. I see about a 14-day return policy, but that's about it. So the information on the website really does not look like it's been adjusted as far as I can tell, based off the screen capture and what's on the website right now. So I really don't know how serious, they are taking this issue here that happened, with the Attorney General's office. So I don't. It's just, to me, overall, it does not look good. I mean, just, again, I'm not a customer myself with this company, but just looking at situations like this, it just does not look positive towards this company. So I do want to share one more email here. This is from PW, and it says here, I have not personally ordered anything from Big Apple. However, I have placed orders from Wildcard Toys and Cool Toys and Games, paid up front for pre-orders, and never received the orders. I spent over $100 at Wildcard Toys in October of 2017 because they had a sale going on. I never received the order. Emailed them multiple times and asked for a refund. They always took many weeks to answer emails and made promises to give me a refund, and they never did. Eventually, they just stopped responding. I placed an order with Cool Toys in May 2018 for the Twinkie Pop Common and Chase combo, and they never fulfilled the order. They responded to me one time telling me that they had received damaged stock, but they were expecting a shipment later in that week. That was over 2 months ago. And again, I paid up front for the pre-order. I emailed them as recently as this week to no response, and their website does not allow cancellation of an order. It's all buyer beware as far as I'm concerned, and I treat it as a learning experience, I guess. I would recommend to anyone to never buy from a company that makes you pay up front for pre-orders, especially for mass-produced items such as Funko products. And I shared this email here last for good reason. For one thing, I do want people to see that this is not just something that's going on with one company. He did point out 2 other companies here. And also, I completely agree with this. Me personally, I am not big on pre-orders. There's one company that I will pre-order with, Entertainment Earth. I feel like that's a big enough company that I'm kind of comfortable dealing with them. I think they do care about their reputation, and I do understand sometimes that they get things a little bit later than store, so I'm picky about what I pre-order with them. But other than that, some of these smaller companies, I hate to say it, but I just do not trust some of the smaller companies because I've seen issues that people have had, and even myself, I've had experiences where items I thought I would get at a certain time period, I did not get till months later. I've had that happen myself, so that's why I'm just not big on pre-orders. I also look at it this way, because I'll just say it this way. I feel like there's a hustle involved when somebody has your money and you really have nothing to show for it. You know, that always to me feels kind of like a hustle involved there. So just the idea of pre-orders, I'm not big on, again, except for when it comes to major companies that really have a reputation to protect, and they have certain things in place, like, you know, how the refund policy works for sure, and you can see all the contact information and everything that you need on the site. There are some smaller sites that it's almost impossible to even find the contact information. It seems like they try to hide it on purpose and things like that. You know, some websites, to me, they just look sketchy the way that they are set up. You know, that's my personal opinion about it. But yeah, like I said, though, at the end of the day, you make your own buying decisions, and I'm sure there are some people out there. As a matter of fact, during my live stream, I know there was one person that said that he's had no issues with Bigg Apple Collectibles, and I'm sure there's other people that have had no issues as well. I think it partly does depend on what type of orders you are doing with them, though. You know, what figures you're going for, whether or not you're ordering full sets or not, or just individual pops. I think that can make a difference. But like I said, for me personally, I'm a very cautious shopper, because I know that there are some sketchy things that happen out there. And you know, my advice for anybody else is just be cautious, and you know, ask around, ask members of the community about their experiences with the company before you deal with it. If you really don't know anything about it, ask around about it. And you can also search you know, videos on YouTube, check unboxing videos and things like that. You know, listen to people, hear what they have to say about companies, do your research, you know, before you put your money down, basically. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I want to make it very clear, you know, it's not my purpose to try to completely tear down a company. I'm just sharing people's experiences, because I've seen, like I said, a lot about this company in the comments and everything over the past couple of months. So I just wanted to put some experiences out there, and you all can make up your own mind. It's completely up to you, you know, your buying decisions. But please just be careful with your money. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that. But thank you all so much for checking out this video. Like I said, I'm gonna try to remember to link Cletus videos down in the you know, description, excuse me, in the description, so you can check that out if you're interested. And I'm gonna look, you know, check out your comments as well. And like I said, if you've had positive experiences with the company, that's fine. You know, share that down, but you know, down in the comments. But when I've reached out for emails, you saw what I got. You know, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But again, thank you all so much for checking this out, and I will talk to you all again real soon.